Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast.
You got a friend in me. Bop, 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 bop. What's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast. Appreciate you guys clicking in as always. Yeah, it's because of you. Oh my god, I just frickin' told you. Oy. Do you ever talk to your friends and go, what? Yeah. Well, guys, I actually might be able to, it looks like I'm going to be seeing Spider-Man early this time. Look at that. I'm going to see a big old movie early. And yeah, because I got invited to some kind of screening for Sony to go see Spider-Man Far From Home a week from Saturday. And I told my friend, I was like, hey, if you can get it out a week from Saturday, you can go see it because she's a fan of Spidey. She's a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal, of course. And then she goes, what day? Jesus Christ. I just fucking said it. No, I can't. That's going to bug me the whole time. You guys are hearing me texting. Okay. There you go. It's one of my really good friends. Don't worry. I mean, we bust each other's fucking balls. Her figurative balls. Anyways, guys, sorry about that. Wow, just coming in hot in the opening of this freaking... why do I got this light on? It's too bright in here. Anyways, man, I'm just starting off this whole thing just great. What's happening, guys? How you doing? What's going on? You guys are going to want to tune into the freaking vodka stream tomorrow. I don't know. It's becoming popular for people to come on. Like, okay, so... My God. She goes the 29th? Oh, man. I'm going to send her a facepalm gif because, come on. Jesus. Anyways, all right, ignore that. I can't look anymore because I don't know if I'm going to get another... I'm just like totally ruining the podcast here. No, what was I even talking about? Shit, I don't know. Vodka stream, yeah. Might have not one, not two, but three guests tomorrow. My God. And hopefully it's not going to fuck up this time. And I think I figured out why it fucked up when I tried to get Garza and Colbert on there. I think it's because, you know how like I have audio issues sometimes. And so I just like kind of just like re-click into the call. I think that fucks it up. Because that happened with Seek, the last vodka stream. As soon as I did that and we were talking for a little bit, it just went off air. But when we did it again, it was perfectly fine. So I don't know. And I'm not planning on having these guests on at the same time. I'm going to have somebody on first and then maybe a duo on a little after. So we'll see what happens. It's just crazy. I'm trying to get... People are like requesting to be on here. And I'm like, okay. Let's try to figure it out here. But it's always a fun time on the vodka stream, actually. And I'm not sipping wine this time, guys. I actually am sipping vodka right now. I just got home from the movies. And this vodka is fucking warm because I just bought the bottle, you know. Okay, so when it comes to my schedule and seeing movies on Thursdays, it could be... okay, so I think I've explained it before in many podcasts before, depending on where... I mean, ever since I pretty much started this whole thing, I mean, I guess you could say when I started the actual this podcast, I was living in a different spot. It wasn't 2 spots ago, I don't think. Maybe it was. I don't know. But those towns were like only like a town apart from each other. But this one's like on the other side of these hills and stuff. So it's a different kind of distance. So when it comes to seeing movies on Thursday, before what I would do when I was working at my previous job. And when it came to Thursdays, it was a long day. And Thursdays are always a long day. But it was a very long day because I would never go home. I would basically get off work at 3:30 at that place, and then I drive over to the gym, and that would take like almost an hour. So I'd be there at 4:30, work out, get out of there about, I don't know, a little after 5:15, maybe almost 5:30. And then I would just go grab a bite and then head to the movie theater for the 7 o'clock showing, the Harkins over there that has, the luxury seating and everything. That's what it used to be. But now that I live over here, and I get off work at 3, it's a little closer. I can't just like waste time by just, going. And I don't go to a gym anymore. I work out at home because I just try to save some money. So I'll just come home. See, this is what will happen. I have a Harkins movie theater at this mall that's right around the corner from my house. But it's not luxury. It's like old style. It doesn't have the reclined seats. They have no beer, for fuck's sake. Very disappointing. No assigned seating. So, it's not as good. So if somebody wants to join me on my Thursday night movie, usually they live on the other side of those hills, and I'll just go back to that Harkins luxury one. So, it's kind of, it takes about 20 minutes and change to get there. So it's not too bad. I just got to cut through the canyon, but it sucks because, it's the drive and, burning gas. It's kind of nice when I could just go around the corner, but at the same time, the theater's not that great. I'm by myself. It's always nice to grab a beer and, catch up with somebody. My brother will join me or whatnot. But when it comes to family movies, for instance, Toy Story 4, they always, they'll have earlier screenings. And usually they'll have a 6 o'clock screening. So my screening was at 6 o'clock, so I went, okay, I'm just going to get off work, run some errands, and grab a bite, and then I should have plenty of time just to get there, have a drink, and watch couples bring in their infant childs, the children. I said childs. I totally said that. Into a movie theater. I saw 4, at least 4. A stroller, the seat thing, and I'm going, are you fucking kidding me? I don't care that it's a family movie. Your baby's not going to ever remember. People who bring newborns, hell, anybody who brings anybody that brings a child that's 2 or less, fuck you. I don't care. It's not time. And it's funny because I tweeted that out and some people are like, hey, it's a kid's movie, deal with it. Like, fuck off, man. I don't care if it's a kid's movie. You don't bring newborns into a movie theater. It's loud. And yeah, the baby's just going to start crying, which they did. Luckily, I was on the other side where there was no fucking kids. Jesus Christ. These people are fucking selfish. How selfish can you be? And you are, because I know I have many friends with kids, and they've all been like, oh yeah, we waited. And then when we tried, she still was a pain in the ass. So I stopped, and then now she's fine. Now that she's gotten a little older, she's fine. It's like, okay, good. That's fine. Cool. But when the fucking kid, he's not going to sit there, or if it's an infant, they're not going to remember shit, don't do it just because you want to see the fucking movie. Fuck you. You are what's wrong. I mean, I was just shit. There was one time, I shit you not, guys, the second time that I went to go see Deadpool, the first one. We looked back because it was like I visited one of my friends, and the theater by his house was kind of like, he was out in the desert area, and it was just like kind of this one theater, and it was kind of small and packed. So we look back and we see a couple that came in with a stroller for Deadpool. And I'm just going, fuck these two people. Fuck them, because this is not even a kid's movie. They couldn't get a babysitter. They wouldn't want, probably because nobody would want to fucking watch their stupid meth baby. Sorry. And they decided to come see Deadpool. They left after like 15, 20 minutes. It's like, yeah, what'd you fucking think? Jesus Christ, people are fucking stupid, and they're inconsiderate, and they're just selfish. That's all it is. Like I said, you don't bring a fucking newborn into a movie theater. Please. Don't be one of these people. I don't care if it's a fucking G-rated movie. The kid is not going to know. The kid is going to cry. The kid's going to ruin the movie for you and for everyone around you. Okay? Jesus Christ. Just be a decent person. Fuck. It's fine. Like, I get it. And sometimes it sucks when, like, you know, you do have kids that are probably 4 or 5. And, yeah, they can't sit still. And they're, That's on the parents. Because it's like, come on. Coach your kids up. But I don't mind that as much because it's not a fucking screaming newborn. Jesus Christ. Anyways, yeah, so I'm sipping on some vodka. I just got home. I just bought the bottle because when I was running errands, I was like, all right, and I stopped by a Rite Aid and just picked up a bottle. And of course, it was in my car. So, yeah, it's warm. Still sipping on it. It's like a pre-vodka stream, but no. It's all good. Yeah, so tune in tomorrow. Click in tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So there's a possibility for 3 total guests. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to look. Because the Dodgers are killing the Giants, so I'm going to owe my dad now $40. My fuck. Giants suck. And the Dodgers are too good. It's just, I'll have to admit it. I don't think I'm going to put money on the next series. My dad's a Dodgers fan. I'm a Giants fan. We bet on the series. I lost the last series, so this is kind of like a double or nothing kind of thing. So 40. I'm not going to do double or nothing again. Fuck that. I'm going to pay them, and then I'm not going to bet next time because the Giants suck! Jesus. Anyways. So what's going on with you guys? Not like you can respond. But, yeah. Work's been a pain in the ass. I'm fucking fed up with it. It's so bad. Not so bad, but it's just people I work with. In the business I work in, the telecom and designing, engineering stuff, it's a weird world because I worked on the opposite side of it for like 7 years doing the cable portion, being a field guy. And now working on this side of it, where I could, where I'm designing and stuff, it's crazy because it's not like I'm working for one of the actual major companies, your Frontiers, your Verizons, your Spectrums, your Time Warners. I'm not working for them, but I'm working for a company that does do work for those companies. So when it comes to that, it's just really. Because we have to constantly always have to make sure we have work. And if there's not work, they'll just fucking send you home. They'll just be like, hey, stay home. There's not enough for you to work on. Luckily, though, when I jumped into this business, I just took in everything. So I know multiple pockets of it. Pretty much anything could be handed to me and I could do. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just stick to one particular thing. Me, I just kind of dip my toe in everything, put my hands in everything. So luckily, if they do send people home, I'm one of the last that will have to do that. It's great. It's funny. But it's just, when I came back to this company last year, it sounded like everything was cool, but it's just slowly been declining. It's stupid, man. Because it's just people don't know how to fucking do shit. I mean, literally, the guy that was brought in to help save the office, he just disappeared. He went back home. He was from back east. Older dude, coming out of retirement, just thought, okay, yeah, I'll do it, make some extra money, and do that. Nah, we haven't seen him in a month. He fucking just packed it up and fucking said, oh, I'm going on an extensive leave. Because he just couldn't do it. Just because the way things are run. And it's stupid. I mean, luckily, we could still do some work, and I'm still, like, handling projects that are like, okay, I'll still be all right. But who knows, man? And I'm just, every day, and I work with with people that are just, it's every other day is a doomsday scenario. Oh, there's no work, there's not going to be any work. And then all of a sudden we get work, and it's fucking fine. Oh, no, dude. It's shut up! We need to raise the work morale here. Jesus Christ. And it's just not working, man. Everything, it's just like stress. And so I'm just like, I just keep thinking, I'm like, God damn it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm really going to just buckle down this weekend and come up with a contingency plan. There's a lot of things. I mean, it sucks because, I make a decent living, but I don't save as much as I should, I guess you could say. And then living in California, it's not cheap living. That's what sucks. Is if I was making what I'm making here and living in Vegas, I'd be able to save a lot more money. But it's difficult to save. And then I buy stupid shit sometimes. I just go off. I have an addiction to watches. I think I've mentioned it before, where I just love a good old timepiece on my wrist. And I'm probably up to about 13 now. I just purchased one yesterday. The thing is, though, guys, I find the deals. Okay? You find the deals. Yeah, sure, I could spring and go to a Rolex store and get a finance program and make it like it's a goddamn car payment. No, fuck that. I'd rather just, go purchase this one from China that resembles a Rolex. A Folex, if you will. Where sometimes you couldn't even spot the difference. I don't have a Folex, but I have a few watches that I've gotten from overseas. Really good build quality, cheaper, and man, I'm a sucker for just a good design and an automatic watch, and that's what most of these are. Those automatic watches with the little rotors that just basically go on movement. The one I'm wearing right now that I just picked up though is just straight up chrono, so it's got a battery, but I just sniffed out a deal. It was marked down like fucking 80-something%. And I was like, what? Okay. Purchased it. It's great. And then I realized something today too. And I was even telling one of my coworkers, and he's one of the ones that actually goes, we're going to work. It's always a doomsday scenario. And it's just like depressing almost sometimes talking about it. Because it's just like, what the fuck, man? But, I was talking with another coworker, another guy he's got a watch addiction, but he goes far and beyond. He'll go for those fucking $800 watches and stuff like that. I'm like, I can't do that. The most I've spent on a watch is $300. That's the most I've spent on a watch. And I would love to be able to get the super high quality watches. I would love to get a Rolex one of these days. And I thought, you know what? That should be. Since that is kind of like my thing, and I love, watches and the design of watches, and obviously Rolex is like the standard, the gold standard, and they have like a lot of variety. There's really good kind of like Mariner watches, Submariner watches. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta get to a point where I could just walk into a Rolex store and purchase one. That's how successful I should be, And not make payments, to just flat out buy it. And I'm not saying that as soon as I just all of a sudden get like a crazy payday and I just go buy a watch. No, this would be after I would upgrade necessities that I could just walk in. See, that's where I want to get to. And it's just kind of like, it sounds, it sounds, I can't even think of the word, but it sounds like, you just want you want to purchase a fucking watch, really? That's your goal? But no, yeah, I could see how that sounds, God, what is the word? I can't think of the word. But, yeah, it sounds bad. It sounds like, wow, like what, my whole goal in life is to buy a Rolex? No, it's just the fact that I love watches, and then that's the gold standard. My goal is to get successful where I could just walk into a Rolex store and be like, yeah, that one. How much is it? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Where I get to a point where I'm not worried. I mean, it sucks because, like I said, this watch was marked down apparently a big time. Well, according to the tag, it was supposed to be $800, and it got marked down all the way to $100. I think it got marked down a couple of times. I don't know. It was a nice watch, and I found it, and I went, okay, really, it's marked down that much? I'm going to pay $100. But even like $100, I was like, I shouldn't do this, But I love the way it looks on my wrist. It's pretty. But I'm just saying, just to be able to do that and not have to worry. That's what I'm really getting at. Is the fact that I can treat myself to something that I enjoy and like. It's not everybody's thing. Some people think it's really a fucking watch. I get it. But there are people that spend money on stupid shit. We do. A lot of people do. And sometimes when I hear it's like, what, you paid that much for that? It's funny. I could pay up to $300 for a watch, but I'm like, oh, what? $40 for sunglasses? Get the fuck out of here. That's fucking crazy. We all just have different tastes, but I'm just saying, just think about it like that. When it comes to wanting to be successful, God, I can't even think of the word. The word, I'm totally just blanking on it, but just kind of something that you're into that may be an expensive hobby, which could be collecting watches or collecting shoes. I don't know. Just use that as like, hey, I want to get to a point where I won't worry. I could walk in and just fucking purchase a Rolex or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. To me, I don't know. That's just the way I was kind of looking at it. You got to get to a point where, yeah, you could do that. And then, my coworker's like, you just finance. I'm like, no, not even finance, man. Just fucking buy it straight up. You're okay. Uh-oh. What's the score now? They're coming back. I don't want to owe my dad $40. But yeah, work's been stupid like that. But I just go in, do my job, and I make decent money. But it's just, it really isn't worth it when you're constantly just dealing with people that are just constantly I don't know. It just sucks. It sucks, because I work with people that are cool. And for the most part, everybody is. But when it's just like the doomsday scenario, I just fucking hate it. And now I'm definitely going to just think of a contingency plan. Maybe start looking. I really want to move to Vegas because I just love it out there. And it's funny, too, because, I'm single, no kids. Dodge that bullet. And a lot of people will go, what's holding you back, man? What's holding you back? And I love it when people say that because those are always the people that have something that's keeping them in a certain spot, whether it's a relationship or children or something. They always make it sound like, oh yeah, if I was in your position, I'd be up and out of here, be gone, blah, 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 blah. Fuck you! It's only because that's your fantasy because you have a miserable life. I'm just saying. Because it's like, hey, it's not that easy. First off, if I move to Vegas, it's just, I have to make sure that there's going to be a job somewhere in the near future and a place of my own. And I have furniture that I have to get over there. It's not like I just pack a bag and just, that's it. No, it's not that easy. Not to mention, I'll be leaving all my friends here and family. So, I have family in Vegas, which is cool, but other than that, it's going to be fairly lonely. Of course, I have you guys wherever I go, but it'll be fairly lonely. Last Saturday, I went over to my friend's house, and because my buddy, there were a couple, I just do that. It's just cool. Like, we'll just all hang out. Sometimes more people will join, but sometimes it'll just be the three of us, and we'll just be chilling, and we'll just be drinking up a storm and fucking get shit-faced, watch movies, shoot the shit. It's just, and make food and just junk food. It's always a lot of fun. And my buddy, he just recently watched or read the American Psycho book, and he wanted to watch the movie. So I was like, well, let's fucking do it. I'll come over, bring the movie. Brought over a 12-pack, and he made some burgers, and we just fucking watched the movie, got shit-faced, got lit up like a motherfucker, and then, that was it. And I always crash in their spare bedroom. It's always a good time. It's just stuff like that I'd miss. But of course, I'm only, Vegas is only about 4 hours away. It's not like those wouldn't happen again. I would still make it, I would make an effort, because especially since my mom is here, and when she's heard me talk about moving to Vegas, she's like, no, don't do that. Obviously, because she's my mom. And, she'd be sad, and I get that. Because we always make it an effort to every Sunday to have dinner with each other. We've been doing that for years. No matter where I've lived, and I've lived in multiple places, she's pretty much stayed stationary in like one particular place. But I always go over to her house. She either makes dinner or I'll pick up something, and then there's occasionally we just go out to dinner. we always try to make it an effort just to do that. And that's something that you should do too with your parents. I mean, when it comes to my dad, he lives in Vegas. And what's cool about that, though, is he's a helicopter pilot, retired Army. And he works in 29 Palms over here in California. He basically does what Dwayne Johnson did in San Andreas. And, of course, when you watch those scenes, he was like, bullshit! Helicopter can't do that. Yeah. He's very... I love it when... See, my dad and I... you could blame him for my love of movies because we watched so many when I was a kid. You know, when my mom was gone, he was like, what do you want to watch? Terminator, Aliens... Predator, you know, he was always about, hey, let's watch the fucking R-rated shit. Let's dive into this stuff. We love movies, but anytime there's a helicopter sequence, God, I love it when he's around, and he'll just fucking shit all over it because, you know, he's been a helicopter pilot for decades, you know. Oh God, they're showing a Men in Black TV spot, so bad, so fucking bad. You know, you guys saw my video behind the scenes. Bullshit. Anyways, my dad, he works out there, and when he works nights, because he's like 1 week on, 1 week off, it's a pretty awesome schedule. He stays at a place, and he basically gets paid to just wait around for something. Like, he's literally, most of the time, he's just watching movies, he's, you know, exercising, he's making some food or something like that, and then all of a sudden he'll get called out to go pick up somebody. And he has some stories. Don't think it's just like all cushy and just, I mean, it's just like a firefighter, essentially. You know, you're just waiting around for that call, but you're there the whole time and you're getting paid for it. So he'll work like 4 straight days and then go home. Or he'll work like 4 or 5 straight days, go home for a week, and then come back. So when he's there and he's working nights, we'll have breakfast with him on a weekend, which is cool. It was like once a month. And those are just little things, just a meal. You know, if you feel like you're not seeing your parental units enough, do that. Just a specific time. Specific day. And it's cool, too, because usually when my dad wants to have breakfast, it's on a Sunday. And then every Sunday, I'm having dinner with my mom. So it's a double whammy there, guys. One day. Just both parentals right there. Yeah, they're divorced. Long divorce. Yeah. Have breakfast with dad in the morning. Dinner with mom in that evening. It's pretty awesome. Nothing wrong with that. Just saying. It's always good. Just catch up, shoot the shit. Talk about the week. Talk about a lot of things. It's pretty cool. So, anyways. So, what else would I want to talk about? What the hell is she talking about? My God. My friend, she doesn't understand what not this Saturday, but the following Saturday means. My God. Max Landis. Is that guy dropped off the face of the earth finally? That guy. Jesus Christ. That motherfucker. I mean, that's why I made the video. It seems like there's always allegations, but it never sticks. But I think this one's finally going to. That guy's I'm telling you, 100%! I've been saying this. It's always those motherfuckers you have to worry about. The ones that think that are like, I'm a male feminist. I'm this, that, and this. Ladies, you gotta watch out for those guys because if you end up drinking with them and pass out, there's a good chance they're gonna reach into your fucking pants. And it's so funny because in this day and age, we're like, toxic masculinity. Masculinity is bad. Masculinity is bad. Yeah, some of the most masculine guys won't do that shit. They won't. Because they're secure. The guys that aren't and that are fluffy or too skinny on a vegan diet, pale, frail, guess what? Because they don't get looked at. But, I mean, as much as, like, this whole thing about masculinity and, oh, my God, it's toxic and this, that, and this. Yeah, well, there's a lot of women out there that go, yeah, I like masculinity. It's a turn on. It's like, yeah, no shit. It's like, we're going to talk about toxic masculinity, but about toxic femininity, because that's out there, but nobody ever talks about that. Why? It would be sexist. See how that works? It's not sexist when it's the other way around, though. But you need masculine dudes, man. Are you fucking kidding me? And it seems like every relationship I've had, anytime where I've shown, like, big time, like, masculinity, let's just say I'm getting some good love in that night. It's it's built in our fucking DNA. It's just the way it is. But when it's people who are, not necessarily masculine or feminine, they want to fight against that. They want to say fuck that because they're not looked at by the opposite sex as they wish they were. And I get it. And I get it. Like, we're not all built the same. We're not all the same. And, you see a lot. The only thing I can recommend with that is, like, there's always going to be somebody out there that's going to just love everything about you. Okay, you're never going to be perfect. No one's going to be perfect. As I'm looking at a drawing of Fight Club and it has Brad Pitt without his shirt, you're not going to have that 12-pack that goes up to his goddamn chin. You're not going to have that. Okay, we're not all built like that. But look at Brad Pitt. Look at the struggles he's had with relationships. And then, of course, Angelina. And he got the ultimate. And then look what ended up happening. He's fighting for his kids. A lot of shit was going down. She was blaming him for all kinds of shit because she's insane. She's pretty insane, it seems. So, yeah, we're not all built the same, but there's going to be somebody out there that's going to appreciate all that, and that's one of the things. But when it comes to that, I still recommend, hey, you got to exercise. You got to eat healthier. You just got to do it. I know it sucks, but you just got to do it. But the thing is, though, like I've said many times, like, hey, there's a way to do it. Reward yourself. That's what you do. Like, it's Thursday night, and I've been eating just nothing but protein and veggies all week, and it's not even bad stuff. It's like I'm cooking up steaks. I'm cooking up, lean burger meat, but just no bun. But I still put some cheese on it. I have a strip of bacon on it. Just straight up fatty meats and everything. And then, but of course, I take a handful of spinach and shove it in my mouth. I don't mind it, but yeah. But that's all I've been eating. And like lunches have been like, I just make these I've been bringing these roast beef wraps. I get these low carb fucking tortillas. Just put some roast beef, a pickle, and some cheese. Bam. I make it big. I call it my roast beef burrito, so it fills me up. And then, of course, like I said, the intermittent fasting. I don't eat till lunch. So you train yourself to do that, and then when it comes tomorrow, you know what I'm getting tomorrow, motherfuckers? You know what I'm getting? Because finally, somebody did it. I've been screaming for this for a while. Burger King, thank you, because most of your shit sucks. I'm not a fan. I don't go to Burger King when I'm feeling, like a burger. I mean, I guess Tony Stark, apparently, that was always funny, like in the first Iron Man, and that's the whole big thing now that he's dead and the whole cheeseburger thing. Remember, when he got out of the cave and he got rescued, he said first he wanted an American cheeseburger. And then when he saw the bag that he was reaching for the burgers, it was Burger King. Like, really? You want an authentic American cheeseburger? You're going to go to fucking Burger King? Fuck off. It was for product placement, obviously. But if it was like really Tony Stark, he'd be getting some fucking, he'd be going to some burger restaurant, like 100% getting the best quality. Of course he would. Anyways, but Burger King, they have French toast breakfast sandwiches now. That means you got sausage, cheese, egg, or you can have ham or bacon, whatever meat you choose, in between two French toast pieces of bread. About fucking time. Because you have the McGriddles over at McDonald's, which is great, but that's two pancake-like bread. And it's fantastic. The only thing I'll eat at McDonald's is their breakfast. Otherwise, their shit just sucks. Jack in the Box used to have their goddamn waffle sandwich, which they need to bring back. Hey, there's a commercial right now. Oh my God. I think Burger King is listening to me. They're taunting me with the fucking commercial for it right now. French toast sandwiches. Jesus. They know I'm talking about them. Oh God, that looks so good. And I'm looking forward to it. This is my reward for eating clean for 5 days. Since Sunday, I've eaten clean. As clean as possible. It's not 100%, of course not. I'm not on a super strict diet, but it's not hard to just train your body to just, okay, I'm not eating breakfast in the morning. I'm just going to go, and then just stick to the protein and veggies, keep the carbs low, keep the sugar out. But you know what? But then when it comes Friday morning, I'm going to get that French toast sandwich. I'm going to get a large mocha iced coffee and hopefully have those hash brown bites that go with it. And I'm going to enjoy the absolute shit out of that. That's my reward. If you just do stuff like that, just do it like that. If you're eating out and you're eating good food all the time, that sucks. That sucks. There's nothing special about going out and eating some good food anymore. If you're doing that all the time, make it a reward. You know, if you want to shed some lbs, man, I'm telling you, and it's not that bad. Just, you know, stay. You know, I know there's a stigma on red meat, and it's always been a stigma. But you see what's happening now. Now there's like a turn, and everybody's like keto. Look at that. Keto is helping for this, and keto is helping for that. There's been many people that have just really been successful with keto, and I'm talking about with diseases, even cancers. They're trying to see if people on keto diets with cancer, if it helps them out. And turns out it does. It's crazy. Because you guys got to realize, like, you know, it's funny too, because you can have a burger, okay? You can have a double burger, and that's just like, oh, that's bad. Is it really as bad as you think? Or is it the bullshit that you have with it? Well, first off, you got 2 buns. Okay, yeah, that's your carbs right there. That's your breads. But maybe it's, you know, you're probably talking about 20-something, maybe 30 carbs. But then you got these greasy French fries that are loaded with carbs. And then you got you're washing it down with a goddamn big soda that is just loaded with sugar. But if you just eat the burger by itself, not as bad. But you're washing it down with that, or you have a fucking shake, a chocolate shake, or a Frosty from Wendy's. That's where it gets bad. That's where it gets really bad. You know, and I don't know. I mean, if you want to do the vegan thing, you can do the vegan thing. I'll never do the vegan thing, I don't think. I have one of my really good friends is a vegan, and yeah, he starts preaching, and I'm like, good God. But I mean, if that's your thing, you just got to do that right, though, too. You know, it's just everything you just got to do right. And you just got to do what everybody's health is not the same. You know, a keto diet might not work with some people. Some people might just, their body rejects that. That's fine. Just like some people are lactose intolerant. Thank God I'm not, because I love cheese. The only time I drink milk is if I'm drinking something really rich and chocolatey. But I don't fucking drink milk, no. But I love cheese, you know, and cheese is got like no carbs, and it's a lot of protein. Luckily, that's not, you know, I don't have a problem with that, but not, everybody's different. So you just got to go with what you deal with, what you like. You can go full fucking 100% keto. Just be wary of the keto flu that you'll probably get because your body has to adapt to it. I haven't done full on keto. I can't really. I don't. It's just that's if I really wanted to get serious on it, then I would dive in. I could, but it's hard, especially when you're working in an office and stuff like that, and lunches and stuff. If I was working just at home, Jesus Christ, I could probably really do it. But I just love that reward, that cheat day that I have, my Friday cheat day, and the fact that I just get just bullshit in the morning. And then I'll just eat like shit all day. I'm trying to cut back on that because I was like really just like lunchtime would be just meh. And then, oh yeah, let's have a whole pizza for dinner. I would be doing that. I'm like, that might be a bit much. But I don't know. But you just have one specific day, a good day that where you just, and Fridays are just it because that's what I love about Fridays. It's like I get work done. It's like, now I got the weekend. And, you know, I'm just eating whatever, and I'm going home, and it's like, okay, complete what I have to do. And then I do the vodka stream, which I always look forward to. It's always a lot of fun. So, you know, it's just a bunch of stuff like that. Oh, what? Oh, Jesus, it's 9 to 4 now. I'm going to owe my dad $40. How about that? No double or nothing, that's for damn sure. But anyways, guys, yeah, so I'm very excited about that because, yeah, Jack in the Box had their waffle sandwich. One of the best things ever, especially if you're hungover. My God, perfect hangover food. A waffle sandwich with a hash brown and a large mocha iced coffee. Oh, that was, I mean, when you're hungover and not like the nauseous hungover, but just your head's like kind of hurting. It's still swimming. You feel woozy still, you know. And you're just like you wake up hungry. Oh, that was like the best fucking thing. And Jack in the Box got rid of it. I guarantee you, though, they're going to bring it back. Or they're going to do a rendition of the French toast sandwich themselves, which I hope so, because Jack in the Box breakfast is, I think it's the standard when it comes to those guys. Man, McDonald's is good, too, like those McGriddles, I tell you. I love the McGriddles, but I just think Jack in the Box they have, like, a good selection, so... what else did I want to talk about? I threw some... I'm not going to talk... That's Max Landis. He's done for, fucking idiot. I was gonna mention how that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I guess she is such the left's progressive Trump. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, and she's so stupid. She says some of the most stupidest things. You know, she just does. I don't care how you feel about her. There's some things where I've agreed with her on stuff, but mostly she's just really trying to... I don't know why these people hate our country so much. I don't think they really do, because they're reaping the rewards of this country. You can't tell me that this woman is not, she's totally just loving what she's doing. She's making money. She's a public figure, and she's a woman of color. Yeah, this super racist country of ours. But of course, she was saying like the detention centers down at the border are like concentration camps, comparing them to concentration camps for the Holocaust and World War II, which she was way off on that. It's really sad, because they're not. I get it, the whole thing of like, they're taking babies out of the hands of their parents. It's like, yeah, they've been doing that forever. But of course now it's all blame on Trump. It's like, yeah, when they ran that article where they showed the kids behind the fence, that was in 2014, before he was even in office. Every president has gone through it. I just love, like I said, if people just refuse to remember anything before certain things, it's fucking annoying. And I'm not trying to praise Trump or anything. The guys, like I said, she's like the Trump because they're both stupid. They're both fucking stupid. When they get on that Twitter, they need to just stop. Somebody needs to take the phone away from him. I don't even think Trump's actually doing it. I think he has somebody that actually tweets for him. Her, on the other hand, though, of course, being the young one, and hey, let me do a fucking Periscope and talk about how the detention centers are. I remember I saw a tweet where somebody who I worked in one of these detention centers, he posted pictures going, no, this is, I don't think concentration camps had meals like this. I mean, they're literally like getting fed steaks at these places. Steaks for free. And there's games, TV, there's all kinds of stuff. So it's just like, okay, and then she backs herself into a corner too, because it's like, okay, so what's the resolution? By the way, anytime that they comment about how bad this shit is in this country, there's never a solution. So what's the solution? Building the wall? Which I thought they're against that too. If you don't want these people to come over and get into these detention centers, then I guess you're going to have to build a wall. I don't know what the resolution, what's the end game? There's so many people that want to get into this country. They're lining up for these concentration camps. I don't... figure out a solution. You can't just let these people just go run wild. You can't. A lot of people think that that's the way it should be. No. You wouldn't do that with your own house. That's why we have locked doors. You throw a party and you have somebody that you don't know. Are you going to invite them in? No. You're going to maybe vet them first. It's just so weird when it comes to that stuff and how things are spun, both sides. I mean, the right made it sound like there was like this fucking like armored caravan just barreling for the border, and they're just going to burst through, and it's going to be a fucking armored truck with bazookas and just guns up the ass. Yeah, bullshit. The fucking right was all fucking trying to fearmonger that. And then the left does a different kind of fearmongering. But they do it in a way where they just make it seem like this country is horrible. And I'm like, is it so? That's why it's so horrible? That's why hundreds of thousands of people are trying to get here every year? Okay. Yeah, so horrible. So horrible so much that you're able to eat at a 5-star restaurant every goddamn night of the week. Yeah, this place is fucking horrible. Fucking horrible. I don't know. That was just my whole spiel on that, because I remember seeing all that. I'm like, God, this woman is so fucking stupid. She is the left's Trump. When those two start tweeting, it's just like, oh God, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, let's answer some questions. Let's get to the questions. If you want to ask me a question, the best way to do it is just to do it on Twitter. Do it on Twitter. And just use hashtag Film Junket Podcast. These are from some stills. The pictures in a book are numbered. Okay. Well, you did go see a kids movie. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck off. Yeah. I don't know. Somebody was trying to say all that shit. It's like, it's really dumb. You just saw a kids movie. I don't care if it's a kids movie. You don't bring infants. Anyways, so here we go, guys. Gavriel Mall asks, what's with all the hate for Dark Phoenix? I was pleasantly surprised by how serious it took itself. The action and music was phenomenal. The effects felt more real than anything in Endgame, to be quite frank, and the scrolls in the movie felt more threatening. They weren't scrolls, by the way. I know, I guess you put an asterisk. No, I disagree with you on that. They didn't feel threatening at all. There was like no really, they just didn't feel, and neither did they really feel threatening at all in Captain Marvel. I would say some of the visual effects probably look better than Endgame, not all of them. I think you have a little bit of a bias, but it's fine. The music, yeah, bar none. I mean, that's Hans Zimmer. The score was phenomenal. I 100% agree with you on that. The action, yeah, the train sequence was fucking tits. When Magneto starts fucking a lot of those guys up, using his powers in like a John Wick manner, oh man, that was beautiful. I'll give you that. But the whole story overall it fell flat in my eyes. In a lot of people's eyes, it's not just, there's not some people are biased, I get that, but some people just didn't like it. You can't just always say like, oh yeah, because it's not MCU, you can't always paint that brush on people. Not everybody is like that. There are some, yes, absolutely like that, but not everybody. And I just hate that every time a movie comes out, a CBM comes out, there's always that. There's always that. And then I almost think like the people, and it's usually DC fans who will, I wasn't a fan of Venom. They fucked up Venom, but the DC fans will put blinders over their eyes for all the flawed shit in that movie just because it's not MCU. Same thing with Dark Phoenix. You know how many times that I saw people give it a thumbs up, but they said, yeah, but the movie's really flawed. Flawed. They would say that like crazy. Flawed, but I liked it. I'm like, okay, so you're admitting that it's not that good of a movie, but you still enjoyed it. Okay, so don't shit on everybody that was like, I didn't like it that much. Okay? And don't blame just like, why, because it's not MCU? You just said the movie was fucking flawed. Shut up. That's a cop-out. Get the fuck out of here. Brad Curran. Easy there. Wow. 3. Did you see Scoopy Pants' rapturous tweet about Darkseid? No, I didn't see it. He blocked me. Also, Dolph Lundgren was talking a bit about Creed 3 recently, with Michael B. Jordan possibly directing. Wow. Would you want to see Creed continue? Yeah. I mean, they both are great movies, so if they could figure out how to wrap it up in a nice little trilogy bow, I'm all for it. Michael B. Jordan, why not? Directing, that'd be cool. By the way, still waiting for an answer for the train question a few podcasts ago. Well, you're going to have to refresh my memory on that because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Okay, and then there's also, apparently I got to watch this. Somebody made a trailer for Superman Kingdom Come. The thumbnail shows Cavill's Superman from Justice League, but he has gray on the side of his hair, and it looks pretty damn cool. So, Arba Minech, Parademon number 10. I'm going to have to watch that and get back to you with my thoughts. Eric M. Blake. So what's your take on that Boss Logic fan art of Henry Cavill and his dog walking away from throwing away the suit? Personally, I think it's merely a cruel troll post with no real substance beyond let's stir up. Well, I know he did it in the manner of like that Spider-Man 2 shot where he left it in the trash. Nah, I don't know if it's trolling. Maybe it's a little bit of trolling. Um, I mean, as we still haven't heard anything. I mean, it's very much 50-50. I know people still ask me about it. I just think it's like 50-50. Eric also asked, so let's settle this. Will you ask your guy if it's Steppenwolf or Darkseid who gives the no protect? Yeah, I did. I haven't heard back from him, sadly. Because I'm not entirely convinced that was Porter. And I know there's some people. I'm glad nobody came at me hard, but there are some people that will. They'll just say I'm shitting on the hype, shitting on this, shitting on that. It's like, no, I'm just doing my thing. And there's people that were like, dude, he tweeted out, no EQ, no this, no that. And I'm like, okay, I get that. And I know we're in the, anytime that Zack Snyder or Ray Porter likes something, that's confirmation for what, which is not the case. Likes aren't confirmation, guys, no matter what. And I love it how it's confirmation when it's something that you really want to be true. But when Zack Snyder, say, likes the Robert Pattinson casting, somebody posting that, oh, well, he's just being nice. I love how people always spin it to benefit their narrative. I know. I'm not even going to talk about that. But yeah, I'm still waiting to hear back from that. I don't even know if he knows. But yeah, I mean, it very well could be. I'm not saying it's not. It sounds like Hines to me. And I'm not sure if that was him, because the thing that throws it off, it says no Kryptonian, singular. So that means it was after Superman died. So that means this would be Darkseid, talking to Steppenwolf before he invades Earth? That's just what it is. It's weird. But that's what throws it off for me. The fact that he says no Kryptonian. That means he's talking about one specific one, Superman. Well, we'll see if he gets back at me. Or if Snyder confirms it, or somebody ends up confirming it. Yeah, so, but it's just funny how people just say you're doing that thing, Dave. Like, yeah, that's what I do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that pisses people off. All you got to do is mute or ignore me, and I go away forever. And you can stay in your little bubble and echo chamber. And, yeah, that's it, you know. And I love how some of these guys just make it seem like I'm, like, at a daily basis, like, trying to shit on hype. And these are fucking guys. And they very much think like females when it comes to that aspect, because I don't know how many, there's been times like with my mom or ex-girlfriends where, you know, you do the wrong thing maybe twice and you do it wrong all the time. It's constant. You're constantly doing that. You're always doing that. I'm like, it's what, once or twice in the span of 6 months, and it's all the time now. That's the way these guys sound. They make it sound like every day I'm just shitting on. Because it's something they don't want to hear. And it's like, well, sorry, you just mute or block me. That solves your problem right there. Sorry. I'm going to keep on giving out the information. And if my guy tells me that, hey, that's Hines, that's not Porter saying that, I'm going to put it out there. I don't think I'm going to dedicate a video, but I'll put it out there on a podcast or vodka stream or whatever, or maybe just a tweet. And, yeah, it'll piss people off, but I'm just like, there's your information right there. I just, you know, like when it was found out by what's his name from the Exiles, who said Ray Porter, I went, what the hell? And I hit him up. I'm like, is this true? And he got back to me and said, yes. And then I made a video about it. And a lot of those Exile guys don't even fucking like me. They think they're cool. They're exiled because they like Batman vs. Superman. And some of them are like, okay. Matt McGo, he asked, if you had to pick one to see, would you pick Cavill Superman versus Rock's Black Adam or Batfleck versus Leto's Joker? Batfleck versus Leto's Joker. Of course, man. You know I'm a Batman fan. As much as I would love to see Superman versus Black Adam, I'd rather see Batfleck versus Leto Joker, man. Definitely. And then Gabriel asked, do you really think Warner Brothers doesn't want Cavill as Superman anymore? I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I hope not. He's so perfect for it. Burner398 asks, what's the over-under on the climax of Joker being Arthur killing the Waynes? I don't know. I probably could find that out, though. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Got something sent to me. I just don't want to look at it. It's the way it is. All right, guys. So that's it. Appreciate you guys clicking in, listening up. Follow me on the Sock Meds, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Send me a message. I hardly ever get them on Facebook. So if you want to send me a message, Instagram or Twitter is the best way to do it. Facebook, I have a fan page that I started a long time ago when I was still doing the Android stuff. That's why it's called the Film Droid. I don't interact hardly at all. I hate Facebook. I don't even do my personal Facebook. I just don't like it. Twitter and Instagram, I'm perfectly fine with, though. Or you can hit me up on Vero, too. I'm on there, but I don't post that much on there. But you can hit me up on the DMs. I don't respond all the time, but I try to. So, yeah. So there you go, guys. Follow all that, and, Jesus. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Tune into the vodka stream tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to have numerous guests. It's looking like, so we'll see what happens with that. So, yeah, there you go, guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.